Hi, good day, good night, good evening, depending on what time you happen to be watching this. Welcome to another episode of House of Stars. I'm your girl Star, and today, as you can see from the title, I am reading on Selena Gomez. I actually had a viewer message me on Twitter, and they asked me a question if she's going to cancel her tour and stuff like that. And then I thought about it. I was like, okay, because I was like Selena, and then I don't know why I was like, are you guys talking about Selena that died? And I'm like, I don't know. I was having a brain fart at that moment, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it's Selena Gomez. I'm like, okay, yeah, I know who she is. Like, of course, like I don't know her intimately. She's a little bit out of my generation when it comes to music, but I do remember her being with Justin Bieber and stuff like that. Yeah, she's the one that. Because you know who I always get her confused with? I always get her confused with. I think it's Vanessa Hudgens. I always get those two confused. But yeah, we're gonna read on Selena Gomez and just see what's around her, her personality, and everything. And like I was looking at her picture, and I just like she just comes off as like just such a sweetheart, like just such. I just get such a sweetheart vibe from her. But let's see what we find if we were to dig deep and see what's going on around her. So. I have her birthday here. She's born July 22nd, 1992. So I believe she's born under the sun sign of Leo. So she's more like a Leo Cancer cusp. Where I do feel like the stardom side of her, of course, and like wanting to entertain and things like that is very strong. Leo-like energy, but I get the sense that like when it comes to her mannerism, she does kind of go tilts a little bit more towards the Cancer type of energy. But let's tap into her. So okay. So what I see around Selena Gomez as a person, again, like even her face and everything, she's very much of a sweetheart. I get the sense that she has a very mature outlook on life. Like I feel like she does respect the fact that she's still very young, but at the same time she's been raised with very strong core values. I believe that she's Mexican American. I'm not sure. I have to double check with that, but I think she is. Like, sorry for that. But yeah, I believe she's Mexican American. But I do feel like when it comes on her father's side, because I just seen here that her father's the last name that has the last name Gomez. But on her father's side, there's a lot of very Aztec-like, very spiritual type of roots. There's like I just see a lot of spirituality, I see a lot of magic, but there's a lot of Aztec-y, very native-like roots that are on that side where it comes to the spirituality. And I do feel like she does have a lot of strong guys around her. I'm feeling strongly a female figure, either a grandparent or a great-grandparent that's around her very strongly, that stands right behind her. And I feel like she's very strong and protects her a lot and makes sure that she's okay. What I see with Selena Gomez, I feel like when it comes to her health, I feel like overall in her life, she's always had issues with health. Like whether she hasn't necessarily been, I don't know if she's been diagnosed with lupus her whole entire life, but I feel like even in her life, like before she's younger, she's kind of had, I'm getting something with growth. So I don't know if it's like she had issues with like puberty or within her growth process, but I do feel like she's always been a person that's had her little stints and her issues with health. And that's something that stemmed aside from like when, her mother was pregnant with her or whatever the case may be. But what I do see from her personally as a person, I do feel like she's a very assertive person. I feel like she's a person that she does exactly what she is told. At the same time, like I feel like, of course, like she likes to have her own image and likes to have her own sound. But realistically, when it comes to everything, I think it's like she's kind of treating it like she's a child and she's making the people that are the bosses and the managers do what they need to do. Because when it comes to her, what really only matters is that she just wants to be able to perform. She just wants to be able to, do music and travel and meet new people. And that's really what her thing is. You know what I mean? I feel like she's a person that she does have a great deal of respect for her fans. Like she does care about her fans and it's like she holds them really dear to her heart. What I see with her is like, I do see like when it comes to romance and stuff, I get the sense that like when it comes to Justin Bieber, like I don't feel like, I'm not gonna say she's necessarily still like in love with him, but I do definitely see like that was like her run true love, and that's something that she still holds dear to her heart. I do feel like when it comes to them and when they had a relationship, they kind of used to buck heads because she was a person that always wanted to be in control, where Justin wanted to be the type that just did whatever he wanted. And she wanted a little bit more structure around her life because she's more of a person that was she's used to having some kind of structure. Like even if she was a person that came from, a broken home or whatever, like whatever values or morals that her family had really was embedded in her, and she's really held on to that within herself and in her spirit. Um, I feel like she's gonna take some time to recover with her lupus stuff. I do feel like right now it's like she's really needed to get it because I'm feeling pain. You know what I mean? I'm feeling like a lot of pain. Like she really needs to really get it under control. Um, and I think what it is like I get the sense that it's like I'm not necessarily saying that she's neglected her health, but I think she's more of a mind over matter kind of person. So she's kind of like she would take her medication, do what she had to do, but at the same time she started to ignore it, and not and kind of pushing her body over the limits of what she really could produce. So like whereas like she could take it easy on maybe doing a shorter type of tour, she would try to do longer tours and do longer hours, and after a while it just started to catch up with her. So I do see her taking a little bit of a break with that. I get the sense I don't want lupus like they do chemotherapy because I don't know why I see like her losing her hair because I know like they do chemotherapy and stuff like that. So there's a possibility that she's probably gonna have to take some chemo and take a break. But I see her taking a break for a little bit. Like I think that she may do some tour, but after like she finishes up her tours and stuff like that, she's gonna take a break for a while. But I do feel like she does have some music and some content and projects that are on the back burner that is kind of gonna keep her name still kind of relevant for a little bit. But like I really feel like she really is gonna need to take the time out to really get her health back together. And it may take her a while, a lot longer than she's expecting, because I just feel like it's like she needs to get the rest. She really, really needs to get the rest. I feel like when it comes to her, like she really needs to really get dialed down deep into her spirituality, really to heal herself and balance herself when it comes to it. Because it's like it's almost at the point right now where it's almost like a losing battle for her. You know what I mean? It's like she's kind of letting the thing take over her rather than really fighting against it. Um, She's very scared. She's very scared about this. And who wouldn't be? She's really scared about her health condition right now. I feel like there's a lot of things that are going on around her business wise as well. Like I feel like there's either mergers or shifts or changes, but something that is going on business wise around her that she's not necessarily happy about. Like I get the sense that it has something to do with money. Like when it has to do with money. So like there's either complications with money. Like I feel like some kind of money or something is being shifted on her, whereas like she wanted something to go a certain route and is actually taking another route. I feel like it has to do with a man, but it's almost like the theme that I could say to everything is like the more that she tries to think that just as she thinks she has more control or has control of something, it's like she's starting to lose that control. You know what I mean? She started to feel like things are trying to shift around her too. Like she started to see like people where she sees like that they once supported her and was there for her, really pushing her career, that people are starting to kind of dwindle away. And at the same time, I feel like too she's kind of trying to push people away as well, because I get the sense that she doesn't like when people kind of lull over her and just try to treat her like she's a sick puppy. Like she wants everyone to try to act like it's not really happening. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like they ignore it, but it's just like let's not try to make the situation bigger than what it is. Let's take the situation for what it is and like work on it from time to time and just move on. But I do feel like when it comes to her, it's like I get the sense that there was a romance. I don't know who this person is, but I see a romance with an older man or somebody that she was talking to, and he's an older man, like substantially older than her. You know what I mean? But I do see that there was some romance or something like that was going on as well. But this is something that's covered like behind the scenes. You know what I mean? It may come to public, I don't know, but I definitely do see that. Um, But I see her getting back on the road because I don't, I'm seeing her get back on the road. I get to number 4, so I don't know if she has like 4 more shows to do, or like she has 4 weeks or 4. But I see number 4. Like I see her doing like taking a break, but doing a couple more shows again. But I see her taking a long break after that again, or taking a good time after that again. But I do feel like also she's been getting some offers. I think she got an offer to collaborate with another artist, like almost to put out an album that is like her and that person teaming up together and doing an album together. I don't think it's like a track. I actually think it's an album, that a project that they're gonna do together, and something that they want to do a tour. I wouldn't be surprised if it would be like Taylor Swift. I'm seeing someone like color hair, and it just reminds me of Taylor Swift. So maybe that's something that she probably wants to plan in the future that will happen for her. But overall, like I just feel like she just overall, like the biggest thing around her is her health. You know, I'm not really good at predicting death or anything like that, but I feel like she's kind of worried that's gonna happen, but I don't think that's the case. I just think it's just gonna be a long battle with keeping this under control and, you know, keeping her energy up, because I think what it is not just the pain, it's also like depleting her energy, because she's just really overworking herself and not giving herself the proper care and rest that she actually needs. She's sad though. Like I feel like she's not a person that, like, she's happy about her life and she appreciates her life, but she's not really all that happy. More or less, she always feels like she's alone. You know what I mean? Like she can be in a room. She knows she has people around her, but she knows that there's a sense of happiness that's not there. And I think it's really because she's a person that she really needs love. She does miss Justin a lot. Like I feel she does. Like I think that if Justin really wanted to work with her and get back with her, like she would do it. But I just feel like she misses him a lot. Like she feels like that was her, like it was a very multifaceted relationship that they had. And now that she doesn't have it, it's just like, damn, like, what do I do now? You know what I mean? But I do feel like there's still feelings there. And I feel like Justin still has feelings for her too. But Justin's like, he's like a little punk kid. Like he's out there having fun. He has a girlfriend now. He can be with whoever he wants to be. You know, it's only, you know how it is with men. It's like, it takes men a while longer than women for them to realize how special somebody was to them. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you know, when he gets older, he's gonna look back and be like, wow, like we really had something special. And I'm not saying that he doesn't see that, but he will realize, like, you know, wow, we really had something special. Whereas for her, she's like, damn, like we really had something special. You know what I mean? But what I see for her right now is just mainly like getting her house stuff together. I get a sense, I don't know if she's doing like a tour video or something, because I don't know why I see a video and it's like of her concerts and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's like she's coming out with a tour video or she's going to do like a documentary of some sort that with her on tour. But I definitely see some visuals and her on tour that is going to come out. But she definitely, I don't know, like her energy is low right now. It's really low, and it's just like, I just hope that she really does pull through, because she definitely does have a very promising future. So that's what I see with Selena Gomez. Overall, like I'm not really seeing anything other than the sickness. The sickness has kind of put a dark cloud over everything that's going on. I see a lot of potential things that can happen for her, but it's all depending on her pulling through this illness. Yeah. So all I can say right now when it comes to Selena Gomez is keep her in your prayers. And I know she'll definitely be in mine, because she's a young, beautiful girl and a beautiful soul. And I feel like she has, you know, a lot of potential to do great things in her life. So that's it. That's my celebrity psychic reading on Selena Gomez. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe. And if you haven't watched my other videos, take a look at my videos and see if you like them. So I do want to thank you so much for your time and rocking with me. May God bless you and angels protect you. Good night.